So now we will discuss about the pipes. Pipes let you use the output of one program as the input of another one. For example, you can combine ls minus l, and then I will use the symbol pipe and then just write sort here. And to sort the content of the current directory, we will use pipes. Later, in conjunction with sed, for example, we will learn all about the sed command, sed editor in the details. ls, I will write ls minus l, and then this pipe, and then sed s, and then this slash, and then text and slash and text. I am basically substituting the txt with text txt, and then I will just enter here. And you can see that if I have a word of named txt text, it will be converted or substituted with the name or with the word text text. So the command ls minus l is executed and sends pipes its output, the sed program that substitute all the occurrence of text by text. Another common way to use a pipe is in connection with the grep command. So for this I will write cat, then I will write publications, and then this pipes and grep. Grep will search the word and will substitute the word publications with this word aids. And you can say that there is no such file or directory exist. So first of all I will change the path by using cd desktop, and now I will use this, but as I don't have a folder name here, so that's why I could not get the result. So basically what will happen if I will have a file already with this name publications, then what will happen, all the lines of the field called publications that contain the word aids will be displayed if I have these files, or if I have these names in any file. Then these the files which have these words will be displayed or will become in my output. And another great pipe you should remember is the combination with the command less. You can also use this command in order to use this method. So this command displays all the text in a rather nice way. You can scroll through the output, you get back to the command line after hitting the press Q. Now imagine you have a large number of files in your home directory and or in your desktop directory, and runs ls-l. So the output will fit onto the screen. This means that you missed the beginning of the text. In such case you should use like before I have used this ls-l command. I am again executing it, and you can see my terminal is full. So what I will use, ls minus l, and then I will use this pipe signal and pipe sign, and I will just write less, and you can see, in order to be able to scroll through all the output, the following command offers an interesting combination and a good example of power of redirections and pipes. So just press Q, and I am just again at the terminal. So now I will use ls minus l, and then I will use the signal pipe and t dir content and this pipe sign, and now I am going to sort. What is the function of sort? I will discuss. Minus n and this dir and content size. Let me first complete this command and then sort it. So what it will do? The file dir content will contain the content of the current directory. The screen output is piped to sort and sorted according to the file size. The option +4, that is it, will points to the column 4, and the result is saved into this file dir content size sorted named file. In this file the result will be saved by using this pipe command. So now the next task is scheduling. We will learn about how we can schedule our task or how we can make the for our commands. So note here, on most systems you must get permissions from the system administrator before you can submit job requests to Cron in order to fill the table with commands that need to be executed repeatedly. So there is a program called cron tab. We will use this keyword cron tab. The cron tab command creates a cron tab file containing commands and instructions for the cron daemons to execute. For editing the cron tab file, cron tab uses the text editor vi. You can use the cron tab command with a number of options. The most important ones are cron tab -e option. What it will do? It will edit your cron tab file. If non-existent, create the cron tab file. So second option is cron tab -l. Display your cron tab file. Cron tab, if we will use an option of -r with cron tab, like cron tab -r, it will removes your cron tab file. So each entry in cron tab file consists of 6 fields that will specify in the following manner. Like first, it will show minutes, second will be showed in hour, third column will show day, fourth column will show month, and after that weekday, and in the last the command. The fields are separated by spaces or tabs. The first 5 fields are integer pattern and the sixth is the command to execute. So as we can as we know that minutes are total 60, so the value of minutes will be from 0 to 59. Similarly, the value for hour will be 0 to 23, the value of day will be 1 to 31, and the value of month will be 1 to 12. The month of the year when the command is to be executed, it will be shown. So weekdays will have the value 0 to 6. 0 will be considered as Sunday, 1 will be Monday, and 2 will be Tuesday, and so forth. So in the last, there will be a command. Each of the values from the first 5 fields may be either an asterisk that will give us the meaning that all legal values, or a list of elements separated by commas. So an element is either a number of an inclusive range indicated by two numbers separated by a dash. For example, 10-12. You can specify days with two first days of the month and the day of week. If you specify both of them as a list of elements, Cron will observe both of them. For example, if you would run the program, my program, in the my dir directory at the midnight, if you want to do this program. So what you have just to write, as I already said, this will be executed in a VI editor. Just type a VI editor or whatever you want to give the name of the VI editor file. I am just giving here file name, and here I have got the VI editor. Now I will press I in order to insert into the insert mode, And if I want to come into a command mode, then I will use ask. This beep sound will confirm me that I am in the command mode. Now I'm in the command mode, I will write 0. Now first of all I have to write the command. I have pressed I, and now I will write 0, 0, 1, comma, 15, static, 1. Now in the last, my command, my dir slash my program. And now I am switching it to the command mode colon WQ. W will save this command and Q will quit this VI editor. And now I am pressing enter, and you can see I am back at the terminal, and I am at the desktop, and I want to search the file which I have just created. These are the previous files when I was using the pipes, and this is the sorted files which I have created by using pipes. And I am searching for the program file dir. Now here you have this file. You can see the same program which I have written in the VI editor is saved in this file named file name, as I have created the VI editor with the name file name. You can see here, and this is the program or the command which I want to schedule, which I have already scheduled. So so what is the meaning? So this would run the program my program in the my dir directory at midnight due to this one on the 1st and 15th of each month. 1st and 15th of each month on every Monday, as 0 will show the number of or the value of Monday, right? Here you can see. To specify days by only one field, the other field should be set to static, as you can see I have set it. So for example, with the 00, if I am replacing here 1 with the static, if I am after these double zeros, I am writing here the static, and I'm just removing this with the space. So what it will do, the program would run only Mondays at midnight, like one for midnight, and static will show as Monday. So this program will run only on Mondays at midnight. Cron tab can also be used with lists or range of steps. Like a list is a set of numbers separated by commas. So examples are 1 2 5 9. These are separated by commas, or 0 to 4, comma 8 to 4 12. These are the ranges. You can also specify some of the ranges of numbers are two numbers separated by a dash. So the specified range is inclusive. So in this way we can use VI editor, and we can schedule our commands by using this cron tab. Now let's discuss a little bit about the wildcard. You do not have to be a programmer to appreciate the value of the shell's wildcard, right? So these wildcards make it easier to search for files or contents. When the shell expands a wildcard, it is replaced with all the matching possibilities. Let us take a look at the most common wildcards like static and question mark and and brackets and the sign of not or explanation sign. So these are the most important wildcard. Let us use them in conjunction with the command ls. So let's go to our terminal here, and I am just clearing all the previous commands. Now first of all, I am just running ls command, and you can see the content of the file. And now I am using a wildcard ls. In the bracket, square bracket, I am using n, this and this static, and you can see only the only so we obtain an overview of all the files present in the working directory. And in this static sign, by using this static sign, we list only files that begin with the lowercase character n. As you can see, I have specified here the character n, and only the files which have the name n have shown up here in the result. Now, the next wildcard I am using is ls seq, I think 0, then 4, and then this, and dot text. So, what has done? We are basically restricting the output of ls command to all the files that begin with seq, followed by a number between 1 to 4, and ending with the text dot text. As I don't have this type of file, therefore the result is no such file or directory. So the ls command will resembles in line 4. However, files must begin with any uppercase letter. So now I am going to use this ls with another wildcard using this a to z, and that's it. And then after that I am using the static. So what basically should have, as I already have no such file with these characters, so we list all the files with files name that contain a character other than a lowercase character. As I don't have this type of file, that's why I got that result. So now of course you can use the wildcards also with the commands rm, cp, or move. And this is your task, that you have to use these commands along with the wildcards rm, cp, copy, remove, and move. However, it is always a good idea first to check your file selection with ls. At least you should have these files which you want to search by using these wildcards, as you know that I don't have these files, specific files which have these specific characters or criteria of requirement. So that's why I got these results. So you must have at least should have, or if it doesn't exist, then you have to create these files, and you might have an error in your pattern and thus erase the wrong files. So that's totally up to you. Thank you so much. So whenever we want to schedule a command, basically Unix or Linux gives you the possibility to schedule the commands or scripts. So it works like an alarm clock. You set the time and date, and when the alarm should ring, instead of ringing a bell, a command will be executed. So one possible example is to instruct Linux to update a database every night. Or how about writing a script that removes all old backup files every evening? So when you start the Unix or Linux system, a number of background processes are started. You can see this when you follow the lines on the startup screen, and there are a lot of other ways which you can use this scheduling tasks. So these background system programs are called daemons, which are running back of the process, back of your script. So among these daemons is Cron, which we will use today. Cron checkups a system table for entries. These entries tell Cron when to do what. Now, one thing you have to note here is on most systems, you must get permissions from the system administrator before you can submit job requests to cron. So in order to fill the table with commands that need to be executed repeatedly for so SCD stream editor. Today we are going to learn about SCD, that is stream editor, is a non-interactive line-oriented stream editor. What does that mean? Non-interactive means that the editor takes its editing commands from either the command line or a file. Once it's started, it runs through the whole text file that you wish to edit that sounds worse than it is. So SCD does not really edit and change the original text file itself, but prints the editing results to the standard output. If you want to keep the results, you just pipe it into a file. Um, so the second one is line oriented. Line oriented means that the SCD treats the input file line by line. A line ends with the and a new line begins after that. So the line ends with the new line character. This meta character is only visible as a line break. When you look at the text file with an example like cat or vi, this means the disadvantage that as with the egrep, you cannot edit text that is spanning multiple lines. So if you would like to change the words gene expression to transcription, you can only do that when gene expression sits in one single line. If the end of the one line contained the word gene and the beginning of the following line contained the word line of the text file. So now you take one sheet, edit it according to given rules, and put it aside. So this in this way, this you do for all the sheets. So you cannot stop until you have edited the last sheet. Thus you edit a stream of sheets. SCD is editing a stream of lines. So SCD is a very old Unix tool. It has its roots in ED, a line editor or ED, or however, it has been completely replaced by editors like VI as we have studied in our previous lecture. So in future lecture, we will learn why SCD survived. So when we will use this SCD editor, why should I learn how to use a simple non-interactive editor and when I know how to use VI? This is a simple question you can ask. Like if you already know all about VI editor, as we have discussed and learned all the details of VI editor in our previous lecture, then what is the need to learn this editor also? You might ask. So indeed, this is a valid question in time when everybody talks about economics. Is it economic to learn SED? Yes. If you want to bake a cake from scratch, you can either mix the dough quickly by hand or set up the brand super mixer for the same job. So SED is the handy way. It is quick and has very little memory requirement. This is an advantage. If you work with large files like megabytes, so SED loads one line into computer's memory RAM, that is a RAM. So, and it edits the line and prints the output either onto the screen or into a file. And said, yeah, SED is damn fast, right? So I know of no other editor that can compete with SED. There is no other editor. So SED allows for very advanced editing commands. However, SED is only comfortable to use with small editing tasks. For more advanced tasks, one might prefer to use awk, AWK, which we will learn in our next lecture, or Perl. So, what are typical tasks for SED? So, the basic task of SED is text substitution. The most important thing one can do with SED is the substitution of defined text pattern with other text. Here are some examples: removing HTML tags from files, changing the decimal marker from commas to points, changing words like color to color throughout a text document, removing the comment lines from shell scripts, or formatting the text files are only a small number of examples of what we can do with SED or SED editor. For repeatedly occurring tasks, you can write SED script or include SED in shell scripts also. So let's get started.